Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my channel for those of you who are returning. If you are new here, visiting for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Anita with Anita by Design, and here on my YouTube channel, you will find step-by-step, very detailed sew-alongs, tutorials, pattern reviews, and other sewing-related content to help you with your sewing projects. Today, I have a product review for you. Now, if you watched my sewing studio makeover video last week, then you got a sneak peek at my new pegboard, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. Now, if you missed that video, you need to go and watch it because, oh my gosh, I am so in love with my new space. So make sure you go check that video out. But today I want to introduce you to a company called Mad Tools, who reached out to me to see if I would test their new pegboard accessories with thicker hooks. Now, let me just tell you right off that I had no plans of putting a pegboard in my studio because a lot of times when you're removing items from the pegboard, the hooks come right off with the item. And I did not want that drama in my new space. So I did not plan to put a pegboard in. But when they reached out and said that they had thicker hooks, I decided to give it a try. So I had a pegboard built and I've tested the hooks, and sure enough, they're not coming off the board when I remove the items. So I am proud to introduce you guys to this company, Mad Tools. Shout out. Thank you, James, for reaching out to me to test the tools. I am happy to introduce your product to my community. So without further ado, you guys, let's just jump right in and I'll show you everything about my new pegboard. When I ordered my pegboard, it came with hardware that was very flimsy. So I had one of my brothers from church come over and help me out. So he built a frame to hang the board on so that it would be nice and sturdy. And the board is nice and secure now. I don't have to worry about it falling apart when I'm hanging my items. Let's take a look at some of the accessories. This is the 60-piece set. It comes with a little pouch to keep all of your hooks in. There are lots of hooks. Here's one bag of hooks. Then there are the little tips that go on the end of the hooks. And then there are more hooks. I have more than I will ever use on my pegboard. And then it comes with 3 baskets. This is the small metal basket. Then there is a medium-sized metal basket. And then finally, there is a large metal basket. The next item is the paper towel holder, and it has the little hardware there with the little peg to hold the bar down, and a little pamphlet with information and instructions. And then this is the holder, nice and sturdy. It's metal. It has a little weight to it, so you want to make sure that your pegboard is sturdy. There's the bar that holds the paper towel roll, and then there's the little pegs that hold it onto the board. Next is the tape measure holder, and I love this accessory. I can't wait for you to see what I'm using it for on my pegboard. It is metal, and it has that little slot in the back. And inside you can store whatever items you want. There's a section in the back that would be nice for pencils or markers or marking pens. Yeah, so that's the tape measure holder. Now, I didn't think the black accessories would look nice with my decor, so I painted everything silver. And I used Krylon looking glass spray paint. And I just sprayed several coats until I got the color or the finish that I wanted, and I love it. The accessories now match all of the hooks. And here's what everything looks like after it's all painted, and I love it. Here are the boxes that everything came in. I'm going to give you a panoramic view of all of the items. I've separated all of the hooks into like groups. So yeah, I am ready to decorate the board now. And I just want to give you a quick heads up that I did run into some pieces that did not fit into the board, some of the hooks. And I reached out to James at Mad Tools, not because I wanted a replacement, but to see how that would be addressed if it happened to someone else. And he was very, very accommodating. He sent me correspondence showing me how they handle issues when something like that comes up, which is very rare. If you go and see the reviews on their their site or on Amazon, there are very, very good reviews. So I can vouch that he does, or the company does, address issues if they arise. So here you go, guys. I'm ready to get busy decorating. So here is one of the pegs for the pegboard, one of the hooks, and you can see how thick that hook is. It's a lot thicker than the ones that you usually see on the market. And once you insert it into the pegboard, it really does fit snugly. You see, I had to work it to go in there, and it's staying. Look, if you tap up on it and down, it's not moving. It's not falling out of the board. So when I go to insert my pliers in, they're going to stay in place. And if I'm in a hurry to grab those things and I pull them out real fast, the peg stayed in place. And I like that. So I'm going to use the towel holder to store my paper towels. And there is the little pin. You just remove the pin to release the bar and add your paper towels, but you can use it for whatever you want to use it for. I can imagine ribbon and, I don't know, maybe elastic being stored on the bar. So yeah, just you can get creative and use your imagination. So once my paper towel roll is on there, I just replace the pin, and yeah, there you have it. And it's not going anywhere. It'll stay in place, and it's very functional. So I'm really digging this piece. I wanted to add a frame around the pegboard. So after Thanksgiving, Chuck, my brother from church, came back to help me out and take care of that. I am so grateful to have people who are willing to help me when I need it. And here he is adding the frame to the pegboard. He had it done in no time, and I'm happy. And these are all of the items that I'm going to add to the pegboard, and I've laid them out on my cutting board to in the order that I'm going to add them to the board. And this pegboard is in the cutting section of my new sewing space. So let's get started decorating the board. Well, you guys, my pegboard is complete. And as you can see, I've already started adding the mat tools accessories to the board, but I will allow you to watch me add the other accessories along with all the items that I've purchased to decorate my pegboard. So if you're ready, let's just jump right into decorating the board. And I'm going to start with this plaque that I purchased from Hobby Lobby, and it's the one that you're probably all familiar with. Sewing is my therapy. And I'm going to put this one, I have a hook up here up top, and I'm going to add this one, and this is what I'm going to build everything else around. So this is kind of like the centerpiece. Well, not really. The towel holder that's going to go beneath it is the centerpiece, but this is where I'm starting. So speaking of the paper towel holder, that's this one. So I'm going to add this one right under the therapy sign. And I think about right here is good. So let's go ahead and put that on. And then let's see if the height is right. Yeah, that's good. So these are the silk plants that I purchased from IKEA and the planter. So I'm going to add that. I think that's a good height. And then the other two. Now that's the centerpiece. Isn't that beautiful? Add a little color in there. Okay, so right beneath that, I'm going to add this little box. This is a box that came with my Happy Planner that I purchased in, I believe it was 2018, but it is the perfect size to hold all of my tracing paper. So that's what I keep inside of here, all the tracing paper. And I'm going to use these two hooks to add that to the board. So let's see, I'm going to try about right here. Let's see if that's the right height. No, I need to go down. So, oops, that wasn't all the way in there. Let's go down maybe one peg or one hole and see what that's like. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. And then underneath, I have these two long hooks that I'm going to add to the board. So let's see, I'm going to go about right here and about here. And on those, I'm going to store my pattern making paper. And those hooks are the perfect length for the 3 rolls that I have. That's perfect. Okay, here in this is a medium size basket that came with the set for mat tools, and I'm going to add my indie patterns. I used to keep them in the drawer, but I don't have a whole lot of them, so I'm just going to add them right there, and that adds some pretty to the board. And then in the small basket, I'm going to add my pattern weights. For those of you who have watched my videos, you've seen me use the metal washers, and I keep them in this jar. So I'll put those right there. And I'm also going to add my Scentsy wax, or not Scentsy, this is Sensationals, but I use it in my Scentsy warmer, candle or wax warmer. And then I have my double-sided tape that I'll put in the back. So I'll keep that there. And then over here in the large basket, I'm going to add my pencils and markers. And I put them in these cute little cups that I purchased from Walmart. So those fit perfectly right there. And then I have my little color-coded labels, the little sticky dots that I use sometimes when I'm marking my fabric, when marking paper or chalk doesn't work. Those work well. Okay, now right above that, I'm going to add this little hook. And when you see what I'm going to put on this, you're going to say, oh, what a great idea. Okay, I'm going to store my custom pattern weights that I got from Thanks I Made Them. This hook is perfect for these weights. If you guys have not gone into her Etsy shop called Thanks I Made Them, you really need to go check it out because these pattern weights are amazing. And this hook displays them perfectly. Just absolutely perfect. I love it. So yeah, perfect. And then right above that, I'm going to add the tape measure holder, and I'm also going to store pattern weights. So let's see, I'm going to put that about right, I think about right here. Yes, that looks about right. And I'm going to add my other pattern weights that I got from Thanks I Made Them, and these are the scripture weights. And oh my gosh, they fit perfectly into the tape measure holder. Look at that. I have 2 rows of pattern weights, and it's a perfect fit. I couldn't find anything better to store my pattern weights on the board. And then in the little holder up top, I like to keep my readers at my cutting table. So I'm going to add those. And then I have my tracing wheels and my seam gauge. So that will go in. And that's perfect. And then in the little open slot in the back, I'm going to add my small acrylic rulers. So this one will go in first. And then the 2 triangle rulers will go in. And that's a perfect fit. Okay. And then down here, I'm going to add my tape. This is my magic tape that I use when I'm altering patterns. So I want that to go about right there. So let's add, this is the double hook that I'm using for the tape measure. I think it's a double L hook. So let's add that. And it's perfect, easily accessible. Next, I'm going to add my little ring of cards for my fabric yardage guide. And let's see, I want those to go about right here. So I'll add the hook there. And let's see. Yep, that's about right. And then I have my L-shaped ruler, and I'm just going to stick it right through here and let it rest on the hooks where my pattern making paper is. And that's perfect. That fits perfectly. Okay, now let's move up top. I'm going to add these hooks for my scissors and rotary cutter. So I'm using these little hooks that I think on a workshop pegboard it would be for screwdrivers. And then I'm using some of these J hooks. So let's see, I'm gonna start right about here, I think, about here. Let's see what that looks like. And I'm skipping one hole before putting the next one in. Let's do the J. Let's see, I'm gonna take the J hooks up a little bit. Oh no, I need to take the down, I think. I think I'm gonna end up changing. You know what, I need to go lower. Let's see. No, I think I need to go higher. You know what, let me just put him up here and then I'll decide what I need to do. Okay, now let's get my scissors and my rotary cutters. So let's see. That's good. Okay, yes, these are gonna have to come down because if I put it up this high, it's not level and that's gonna bug me. So I'm gonna go down and let's see. No, I need to go up one more. So you just play around until you get everything placed where you're happy. So I'm happy with that. Okay, let's go down. And there we go. I like that. Okay, and then here in this open space, I'm gonna add my lip edge ruler. See that? Perfect right there. And I added a binder clip to hold it, and that's perfect. So let's see. Here, so I'm gonna add the hook about here. And there we go. I think that works. On these hooks here, I'm gonna add my pliers. I have my mini wire cutters, my bull nose plier, my flat nose pliers. I think I'm saying the names right. So let's see. This one will go here. This one will fit nicely there. Let's go here. Perfect. Okay, and then in this open space, I'm gonna add my sign that says thankful, grateful, blessed with the little J hook. So let's see. I want it there. So let's go right above. And there we go. And then on this last hook that's already on the board, I'm gonna add my yardstick and my tape measures. So let's see. It's my yardstick. And I've got all my tape measures. And that's it. Is that beautiful? Is that beautiful? I just love it. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If so, hit the like button. Also, I would love to hear back from you. You guys know I enjoy engaging with you in the comments section. So leave me a message and let me know if you have a pegboard and if you've had issues with the hooks coming off the board when you remove your items. Or maybe you don't have a pegboard, but you've become interested after watching this video. Either way, I have something for you. Mad Tools, the company that is sponsoring this video, is offering you 10% off your total purchase when you use the coupon code Anita by Design on their website. And I am linking to their site in the description box below, and I'm also leaving the coupon code down there. So you guys, if you're interested in getting some accessories for your pegboards, or if you're interested in starting a pegboard, then go and check them out. I hope you guys have a wonderful week or weekend whenever you're watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.